Good morning. This is Rich Nass with Open Systems Media, and I am here for this week's installment of 5 Minutes With. This week I have the pleasure of speaking to James Lewis, who is the CEO of Redux Labs.
Hello, Rich.
Hello, James. How are you today?
Very well indeed, thank you.
Good. Okay, first question for you. The name of the company is Redux Labs. What does that mean? Where did you get that name from?
We took that name from a derivation of redefining user experience, which we feel is a great way of capturing the tactile feedback that we're developing into a single word.
Okay, well, that certainly makes sense, and it certainly defines the company. Okay, so you have created products that enable speakerless audio. How do you do that?
That's correct. The background to the technology is utilizing tiny waveforms in flat panels. So what might initially appear to be a rigid panel, we can make move, and it's a dispersed set of waveforms across the entire panel. So a large area but very, very thin panel can become a highly effective loudspeaker delivering full audio range sound. Okay,
so if I understand this correctly, are you actually adding a component to the system to be the speaker, or are you using the existing casing structure to be the speaker?
Yes, the casing structure can be used. So the depending on the application, it could be an opaque flat surface like, say, the back enclosure of a notebook PC, or it could be the display that faces you on a tablet or smartphone.
And how would you describe the quality of that?
We get really good quality. It's not by luck, it's by design. There's a lot of science and engineering that sits behind this technology, and recently we've been able to engineer it into really good sounding solutions.
Okay, well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, but I guess in this case you got both.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how does the technology that you guys are producing compare with the 3D technology, 3D touch technology that was recently introduced by Apple? I want to make sure that there's no misunderstanding there.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I'd certainly like to say that I'm very impressed with the 3D touch solutions that Apple have introduced. They've now shown 3 implementations of how touch and tactile feedback work together to provide a great user experience. And what they have done that separates their offerings from anything we've seen on the market previously is that they recognize that we human beings interact very well with rich tactile feedback, whereas we react rather badly with buzzes and resonant things. And the background to that is that somewhere deep in our psyche, things that buzz are usually mosquitoes or wasps, and we want to bat them away, whereas your friend gives you a nice gentle tap on the shoulder, or in case of their watch, the wrist. It's much more welcoming, and therefore we interact with it better. So I would say that the Redux's thought alignment is very close to Apple's on how to deliver a great user experience. The big differences up until that we can see from the current implementations are that Apple is using a monolithic sort of move the whole device kind of approach. So whether it's the watch or the new phone, the actuator that they use moves the entire device. And that might not be quite as natural as you'd like it to be. So, for example, if you're running your finger over a surface, you feel the surface features in the finger that you're touching with and not some other part of your body. And what our technology does is it continues that trajectory of great user interface by enabling localization or regionalization and much more descriptive sensations. So we can create the impression of 3D feel from a flat surface. If, for example, the graphical user interface has got a big red button in the middle of the screen that your graphic designers have made look like a bulging button, we can make it feel like a bulging button. As you run your finger onto it, you'll feel the edge, you'll feel that you're moving across a different textured surface, and then you'll feel it go off the other side of it and onto the glass. So you can actually find features without looking at the display. You can just feel your way to them. And when you found the red button that you want to press, and it's a big red button that's got a nice strong click because, I don't know, it's the emergency stop button, you push it, and it tells you that you pushed it. It affirms with a nice clunk under your finger. Or if it's a little teeny-weeny lightweight button, it'll have a delicate click under your finger. We can actually craft the sensations of how a button or switch or keyboard feels under your finger as you're exploring, locating, and seeking affirmation that you've made an action with your keyboard. So I see this as the continuation of the trajectory that Apple started.
Okay, well, that was a pretty good description you gave us. As they say, time flies when you're having fun, and we have used up our 5 minutes for our 5-minute interview. So with that, we have to say goodbye. That was James Lewis, the CEO of Redux Lab. This is Rich Nass with Open Systems Media, and we hope you have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.